Welcome back. Today, we're taking a unique grand tour, counting down the 10 fastest collapsing European countries to visit in 2025. It's not doom and gloom, but a fascinating look at how shifting economies, shrinking populations, and political changes are reshaping the places we dream of visiting. We'll explore what these changes mean for curious travelers, how to see these places with deeper understanding, and maybe even find a hidden gem or two. Will your favorite taverna still be there next year? Is now the time for a bargain? Or should you be cautious? We'll give you the inside scoop so you can travel smarter. The world is changing fast. Let's appreciate the now, because it won't last forever. If you enjoy these journeys, consider subscribing. It helps keep this channel going ad-free and independent. Ready? Let's dive in. Our first stop is a real stunner. Number 10 is Italy, a land of Vespas, gondolas, and espresso, but also facing a quiet crisis. Italy's birth rate is plummeting, and young people are leaving for better jobs, creating a demographic winter. Many picturesque towns are emptying out, turning into living museums rather than thriving communities. For travelers, this means fewer crowds and hidden gems, but also unpredictable services. Your favorite trattoria might be gone, and buses less frequent. The economy struggles with massive public debt. So while the big attractions shine, some infrastructure feels neglected. Expect a few more potholes and slower trains, but also a chance to connect with locals who've stayed. Despite the challenges, Italy's spirit, la dolce vita, remains unbreakable. Visiting now means seeing a country at a crossroads, full of beauty and resilience. Seek out lively places, talk to locals, and appreciate a culture that's weathered countless storms. Italy's story is changing. Travel here for an unforgettable, poignant experience. Next up, a land of ancient ruins and modern worries. Number 9 is Greece, home to the Acropolis, turquoise seas, and legendary hospitality. But the economic crisis still lingers, shaping daily life and travel. For visitors, your money goes further. Feast like royalty and stay in lovely places for less. Yet outside the main islands, infrastructure can be unreliable. Ferries, roads, and public facilities may be in disrepair. The warmth of the people is undiminished, but you'll sense the weariness from years of struggle. Chat with locals and you'll hear stories of resilience and hardship. Supporting family-run businesses makes a real difference. Your visit helps preserve a way of life. Greece's beauty and history are eternal, but your presence now is more meaningful than ever. Travel here isn't just about sights, it's about solidarity and connection. Next, we head to a country where courage defines every day. Number 8 is Ukraine, a nation whose story has changed overnight. Once a rising travel star, Ukraine now faces war and devastation. Large areas are unsafe and infrastructure is shattered, but the human cost is the greatest tragedy. In the safer West, cities like Lviv show resilience. Cafes open, art thrives, and community endures. Visiting now isn't a holiday, it's an act of solidarity and support. You'll witness history, hear stories firsthand, and help a nation in need. The rebuilding ahead will be monumental. When peace returns, Ukraine will need visitors more than ever. For now, travel here is about bearing witness and supporting recovery. Ukraine's place on this list is a stark reminder of how quickly fortunes can change. The spirit of its people is unbreakable, even in the darkest times. Next, we land in a country of sunshine and serious struggles. Number 7 is Spain, famous for fiestas, flamenco, and sun, but facing deep challenges. Youth unemployment is among the highest in Europe, creating frustration and a brain drain as young people leave for better opportunities. In rural, emptied Spain, villages are aging and services are vanishing, leaving behind breathtaking but abandoned landscapes. In cities and resorts, you'll still find energy and hospitality, but also a sense of tension beneath the surface. Protests and demonstrations are common, reflecting the struggle for a better future. By exploring lesser-known regions and supporting local businesses, you help sustain communities fighting to survive. Spain's culture and resilience remain strong. Travel here with open eyes, and you'll find a richer, more nuanced experience. Next, we drift to a country where the countryside is quietly fading away. Number 6 is Portugal. Famous for Lisbon, Porto, and golden beaches, but its rural heart is emptying out. Young people flock to cities or leave the country, leaving the interior with aging populations and abandoned villages. Inland, you'll find stunning landscapes and ancient towns, but also silence. Schools closed, shops gone, traditions fading. For travelers, it's a dream of solitude, but amenities are scarce and cultural heritage is at risk. Yet a revival is stirring. Some are returning to restore old properties and revive traditions. By visiting Portugal's interior, You support this fragile comeback and help preserve a vanishing way of life. The contrast between bustling coasts and quiet countryside is striking. Experience authentic Portugal, haunted by those who left, but hopeful for those returning. Your visit matters here more than ever. Next, a nation at a political crossroads. Number 5 is Hungary. Budapest dazzles, but the country is divided by politics. Recent government policies have sparked debates about democracy and national identity, creating a unique, sometimes tense atmosphere. Travelers may notice nationalistic billboards and divided opinions among locals. EU tensions have slowed infrastructure development, especially outside Budapest. Still, Hungary's history, culture, and hospitality shine through. Visit now for a real-time lesson in European politics and a glimpse of a nation redefining itself. Budapest remains a must-see, and the countryside offers hidden gems. Next, we journey to a land left behind by its own people. Number 4 is Bulgaria, a country of mountains, beaches, and ancient history, but hollowed out by emigration. Since joining the EU, millions have left for better opportunities, leaving behind aging villages and abandoned homes. Outside Sofia and the Black Sea, you'll see the impact. Historic towns with only a handful of residents, struggling family businesses, and a sense of lost potential. The tourism sector suffers, but those who remain are resilient and welcoming. Bulgaria is beautiful and affordable, with raw, untouched landscapes. By visiting, you support communities fighting to keep their culture alive. Your presence is a lifeline for those who've stayed. Next, a country of castles and crumbling roads. Number 3 is Romania, land of Dracula, castles and wild forests, but held back by poor infrastructure. Decades of underinvestment mean slow trains, rough roads, and isolated rural communities. This concentrates tourists in a few hotspots, leaving much of the country unexplored. For travelers, getting around is an adventure, sometimes a challenge, sometimes a reward. Outside major cities, amenities can be scarce, but the warmth of the people makes up for it. Romania feels like Europe's last wild frontier, untamed and full of surprises. Visiting now means witnessing a nation on the verge of change, slowly building for the future. The journey may be bumpy, but the discoveries are unforgettable. Next, a nation caught between East and West. Number 2 is Serbia, a country of vibrant cities, rolling hills, and a complex past. Not part of the EU, Serbia faces economic challenges and a significant brain drain as young people seek opportunities abroad. For travelers, this means incredible value, great food, lively nightlife, and warm hospitality at low prices. But outside Belgrade, infrastructure can be dated, and the struggle of daily life is visible. Serbia balances between its Slavic roots and Western aspirations, creating a unique cultural mix. You'll see Western brands alongside Cyrillic script and feel the tension of a nation in transition. The people are passionate, direct, and eager to share their stories. Visiting Serbia is a deep, authentic experience. Challenging, rewarding, and unforgettable. It's a country still finding its place in the modern world. Finally, we reach Europe's most fragile nation. Number 1 is Moldova, Europe's fastest collapsing country, quietly vanishing as its people leave in droves. Over a third of Moldovans have emigrated, leaving behind empty villages and a demographic shell. The countryside is dotted with well-built but abandoned homes, and the capital, Chisinau, feels frozen in time. Ongoing instability, the war in Ukraine, and the unresolved Transnistria conflict add to the nation's fragility. Moldova's greatest export is its own people, and the sense of absence is overwhelming. Yet visitors are met with extraordinary hospitality and the surprise of world-class wine cellars. Tourism here is an act of support and discovery. Your presence matters deeply. Moldova needs to be seen, its stories heard, and its culture preserved. Visiting is a chance to witness what happens when a nation quietly disappears. The dignity of those who remain is humbling. Our journey ends here, but the story continues. That's our sobering but fascinating tour of Europe's changing landscapes. These aren't just headlines. They're realities shaping the places we love to visit. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you found it thought-provoking, please subscribe and support the channel. Your engagement keeps this community independent and ad-free. I promise to keep bringing you stories that make you think and feel. Until our next adventure, travel safely, travel with open eyes, and travel with heart. Goodbye for now.